Hey everyone, Grant here from Spectre Racing. Today we're here in my office. It's way too hot to do the usual vlog from the Mustang. It's got no AC because, because race car. And although my garage is dehumidified, it's still way too hot. So, getting some channel news and get you guys' opinion on something we're thinking about doing here on the channel. So first up, coming up in July, we have hoping to get a autocross video of a 2016 Ford Focus RS. One of our pro drivers here up in our region has he usually drives a Subaru BRZ and is usually top 3, right up there with Randall and me and the guy with the Lotus. But he got a 2016 RS, so we're hoping to get a cool video of it. We're hoping to try and do like a little airport video like we did with the Sarah's Subaru WRX, but it is going to be a July event, which means probably about 50-60% chance of rain, and it's going to be miserably hot. I am not running my car, mainly because I don't have AC, so it was kind of a poor decision to take that out because it kind of makes the June and July events just not fun at all. It's just too hot, it's baking in the car waiting to go. Walking around and stuff isn't so bad because you wear a hat or whatever, but the helmet on, it's just miserable with no AC. But anyway, we'll hope maybe also get some shots of Buck's race truck I hinted about a while back. And we did do a competition, I think it was like last March, the two of us against each other. But he's done a lot of work to the car since then, and we can do a quick overview of that hopefully too. So moving on, so if you remember in this video from the track day where I said this, track time was pretty good, nothing broke, brakes are a little hot. As you see in this picture here, I actually broke a sway bar end link, and you can actually kind of hear it right here. What is banging around in this part of the video? And it's funny because I even comment, man, what is that banging around? But no, somehow both the shaft and the little bolt that bolts onto the sway bar itself came undone. I did check the torque beforehand. Don't know how that happened. Just running over the rumble strips or something, just got loose somehow. So that's one of the reasons why there's no June autocross video, is because I was struggling to get it all back together. I got it all back together actually a day before the June autocross, and still went out there and I didn't realize that the camber had come undone too. So when I got out there I noticed it was completely positive. Now if you don't know, camber is where you want your wheels to tuck in a little bit, not like the stupid stance folks. You just wanted to tuck in probably about -4, so only just a little bit because it helps with turn in and all those kinds of things. But now when I got out there, it was handling all funny, and it was a miserable day. I did still place 12th overall raw, but it was not a good day, and it was really, 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 really hot. So no AC in the Mustang. Ugh, not fun. So I do have the event footage from that, but instead of doing a video, because I didn't really have any other footage to do for that, we're going to use that video to make a how-to guide on how to get data telemetry onto your GoPro videos. So you'll see the footage there in that respect. So to get the camber fixed again, I got back home and attempted to do the alignment myself. And from everything I've heard, you just got to torque the camber bolts to an obscene amount to stop the camber from slipping. Well, this camber bolt, as you can see, it broke at 103 foot-pounds. But luckily Napa had a thicker bolt, and I used that, and I got both to 170 foot-pounds. So obviously whatever they were torqued to before, because I didn't do my alignment, was probably nowhere near that if this was breaking at 103 foot-pounds. So hopefully it'll hold, and I guess we'll see at the next event I'm going to run the car at, which is in August. So some last bit of channel news. If you go on our website, we have a little box you can submit your email, and if you want a newsletter sent to your email weekly. Now, if you're like me, you get to work and everything is freaking blocked at work, and you're on lunch break or something, and you don't have time to run home, or like me, I can't use my phone at work. It's nice to have things sent to you so you can read them. So I've made this little newsletter for people like that. And what we've been doing on the website is featuring people's cars and doing blogs and all those kinds of things. See what's involved to build a super street mod car or a street touring extreme car. So a lot of interesting articles, and obviously post the YouTube videos there. So lastly, looking to get you guys' opinion on something. We're looking at adding a weekly gaming video. Now this wouldn't hamper on any kind of usual race videos. Gaming video would be something easy to produce, and I think it'd be really entertaining. And one of the things we're looking at doing differently than most Let's Plays you'll see on YouTube is bringing in people that do know how to race. And like us, we've raced real cars, and we're going to be playing obviously racing games only to keep with the racing theme. So everyone here on the channel has kind of a gaming background, especially me, as you can see in my office here. So I actually the first video on the channel is a mod that I developed for Battlefield 1942 way back in the day, when I originally wanted to be a game developer, but that didn't turn out too well. I actually interned at Grey Matter Studios, the developer that made Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and I realized that the job wasn't really for me. There wasn't really a lot of job security, and the hours are kind of terrible, so I ended up going into computers. But anywho, so we're looking at playing a couple different games here. We'll be playing Assetto Corsa on the PC. We have a whole bunch of our autocross friends that have it, because it's a very it's a very intense simulator. You can set up all kinds of steering wheels, 3 monitor displays, all that kind of jazz. So I think it'd be fun to get all of us together and drive our cars that are in the game and see how they do. So whenever we get the crew and I together just playing just for fun, it's usually hilarious. And then we can do some of the vlogging stuff here, some of the news, so it's a bit more entertaining than just watching my face here and showing you some random B-roll footage we put together. So the kind of games we're going to be playing, besides Assetto Corsa, we're going to be playing stuff on console too, because I've always been a PC person at heart, but freaking exclusivity in Microsoft and Forza is obviously probably the best race game, although Assetto Corsa's simulator is probably a little bit better, but Forza has all the modability to the cars, so I can actually make my car in the game. I have it in the game, all painted up and everything. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. And we can also play some single-player games when I can't get the rest of the crew together. And I have some niche games on PC, like Beam NG Drive, which I've actually used a couple times to make fun of Buck and his race truck, because trucks are usually banned at SCCA events. So I made this video here making fun of him, his truck flipping over, the very first turn in autocross. And that game actually started its life as a crash simulator, but the developers have gone back and made it more into a game, and it's a lot of fun. But unfortunately, it's single player only. But we can do some cool stuff, like I can make an autocross course, but I can have wacky elements added in, like planes crashing into us and funny things like that. So, and there's a couple other games we can play, some building games and some retro games, like San Francisco Rush 1 and 2, or even like Need for Speed 1 or Need for Speed 2. Some of the more classic games, at least I grew up playing, that really got me into cars. So I think that would be a lot of fun. So let me know in the comments below if you think that's a good idea. Like I said, just going to be a weekly thing, not going to really hamper on our usual videos of car stuff. Right now especially, it's raining or it's too miserably hot to do too much stuff outside. But come August and September, we're going to be hitting it like crazy, doing tons and tons of car stuff. So Let me know what you think. Think it was a good idea, bad idea. And well, thanks again for watching.